That was airborne. Oh my god.
Hey, I'm Braden.
And I'm Ian from Wheel Every Weekend.
And we're here to test 5 different sets of shocks that we bought with our own money.
Yep, completely blind. We don't know what any of the shocks are that we tested in what order.
Yeah, and we're doing it all on the exact same truck, on the exact same terrain.
Yep, exact same tire pressure. Everything else we're keeping the same.
Yeah.
We're just going out to the desert. We're trying to figure out which shock is worth your money.
That was so good that I have nothing else to say.
Hey, what's up? It's Nick. We're back out in Nakatia Wells. We're on our last set of shocks. Throwing the Kings in. The boys still have no idea well, they kind of have an idea. They're kind of trying to figure it out, trying to think of what it could be. So we're going to test these bad boys out.
All right. Here we go. We're in the fifth and final set.
Yes, sir.
And we honestly don't know what we've tested. We think that we know.
Yeah.
But we also think that we might be wrong.
All right, coming up to the little twister.
Little twister. Oh, see, that's so much smoother than those last ones.
I think so, yeah. I think this one has more articulation, maybe.
Yeah.
The at speed off-road of the last set, though, was insane. If these can match it, I'll be super impressed.
Yeah. Okay, over these logs to kind of get an idea. Yeah, there's no way to do that smooth.
It's just bad, actually. Oh, yeah. Not great.
Nothing to do with the suspension.
No, I think it's just bad.
It's just bad. What you do. Yeah, so far I'd say they feel pretty good in the low speed, but they've all felt relatively good.
Up.
That's still far.
Wait. A little too far? Right there?
Yeah, this feels like more than...
Feels like it articulates more, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that... I would say the only one that really felt different was the last one.
Yeah. Let's see how it is over this uphill section with the ledge right here. Let's see.
That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah, it was really good. A bit more movement.
Yeah, a bit more, and I'd say that that's just because they're a little firmer, right?
Yeah. Is there a way to turn off all of the computers, every computer in this?
Yeah, with side cutters.
Yeah. Just pull the battery. So now we're moving into the whoop section. These whoops are honestly a little big for a stock Tacoma.
So we don't expect miracles.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh my god. Okay.
Little bouncy in the front.
This is 20. No, I mean...
Honestly, that felt... that didn't feel good, but earlier felt good.
You're telling me this rear end feels better?
I think it felt... I think it felt better than the last one.
That was bad.
I feel like the front of the last set was amazing.
Yeah. Those fronts with these rears, maybe? I mean... it's...
They're definitely not boing, boing like the first three were.
Yeah.
The first three were insane for the bouncing. And then these ones, I don't feel like they bounce like that.
All right, don't look.
I'm looking.
Did I put it in park?
I hope so.
I feel like for a stock setup,
this is as good as it gets. Over a razor burn. Yeah, I rate this 1 or 2 sports bras out of 5, I would say.
That's really good, right?
Yeah, it's not bad.
The fewer sports bras,
the fewer sports bras, the better. Yeah. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, these are fun. I'm enjoying driving them.
Yeah. They're definitely in a competition with number 4 for the number 1 spot.
Yeah, I would say so.
Realistically, this is these last 2 ones are the top end of stock travel performance, really.
Yeah.
Off-road, at least.
And it's funny because we did do another set and we were like, what more could you ask for?
Yeah.
But then it's oh, actually there is better.
Oh, yeah. I'd be like, you could ask for more.
So far, I feel pretty good about these.
Mm-hmm.
I would...
I think I could recommend these to customers.
I could recommend these as well. I think in those big hits, they're not as good as the fourth ones.
No.
But they're still quite good. They're better than the rest.
Yeah,
So
I think I agree. I think I'd put these behind the fourth ones.
yeah, but the on-road will tell because those fourth ones were pretty, like they weren't super enjoyable to drive on the road. Okay, road test for the 5th set of shocks, hitting the dip for the first time. It was a 55.
All right, 55 test.
Little wallowy.
Yeah, it keeps going a bit, doesn't it?
Little wallowy, but
Yeah.
no, really, it's not worse than any of them.
No. We're gonna hit the dip on the road one more time. We're gonna give it a little bit more beans, try and hit it at about 65 and see what happens. This is like the high end of our test. This thing is pretty aggressive. Oh
The
my
back?
God.
I feel like the back almost came off the ground.
Yeah, I feel like we were almost airborne.
Already they're harsher than the last ones.
Yeah, they're a bit not really smooth around this stuff, huh?
No, yeah, I mean, they're not uncomfortable. It's a little more vibrating.
Yeah, you just feel them a little more.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Corner's fine.
The corner's fine,
Yeah.
yeah. Honestly, I'd say these ones are very similar to number 2 and 3.
Yeah.
And it would be hard to like really tell the difference between all of them. The first ones were like on rails. The fourth ones were very soft and had a lot of body roll.
Yeah.
And then the other 3 were pretty much the same, I think.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
completely agree.
Yeah.
I would say that the other ones were softer, although we'll see when we're at the more aggressive turns.
Yeah. I mean, some of these are pretty aggressive.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's honestly not bad.
As far as cornering with these go, no complaints.
Totally acceptable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Even
100%.
even without the sway bar,
Fine.
yeah, no problems.
You could drive this to work.
Yeah.
You could do whatever you need to do.
Yeah. All right, so test 5.
Dude, honestly,
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Whatever company it is,
Did
what a
good
great
job.
product. Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic. Super
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I felt like they were one of the only ones that you could tell that they were valved for that truck.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell, like, this, it was for exactly this application.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it was dialed.
Yeah, I'd say similar over expansion joints and stuff to number 3, but with similar body roll as well. But
Yeah.
the off-road performance was just so much better.
It did get moving a little more with G-outs. I felt
yeah,
like that G-out
that's
bump
right. Yeah,
did kinda
it did
get-
wallow a bit. Yeah, for sure.
High speed though, super comfortable. Great
Yeah.
composure over
Yeah.
big hits.
Yeah,
It did. We did get it going fast enough. Trying to keep up with the other one over the same whoop sections, and there were some like pretty harsh top outs.
yeah, yeah. That's
but
true.
it never felt bad.
No, it never felt bad, and
Yeah.
definitely didn't clang like number 2 did.
Yeah.
Didn't have like crazy pogo stick action.
No.
They just like you could. I feel like if the back was a bit more dialed, you could be hitting those sections a lot quicker. Yeah, I think the back was just holding us back a lot.
Yeah, I would say test 5 was like just obviously my assumption is test 5 is a normal coilover and test 4 was the zone control stuff. And
Yeah.
I think the fact that they were able to get like fairly close,
Yeah.
except for like the real high speed stuff and the kind of like crossing whoop sections at angles and stuff like that, bucked more because there's more not like there's spring energy that isn't being dissipated.
Yeah.
Whereas with zones, you can have a very firm zone that dissipates
Yeah.
the spring energy without just completely destroying yourself. Like
Yeah.
number 1, maybe if we hit that whoop section at 60, it would have been dialed and just
Yeah.
gone straight over it.
Yeah, but can a
But
Tacoma
man.
even do that speed?
Yeah, man.
Slow speed stuff,
Mm.
like rock crawling, I felt like it was better than number 4.
Really?
I think so, just because it didn't have that weird clunking like jerkiness almost.
Yeah.
It just had smooth articulation, and I feel like, actually we didn't really mention this with number 4, but they felt like they didn't articulate as much.
Yeah, they did. It's
Yeah.
well over the moguls especially.
Yeah.
They felt like they lacked some articulation.
Yeah,
whereas number
whereas-
5 was killer.
Yeah, exactly.
But then we hit that kind of like sand hill with that ledge on it, and I felt like that ledge was a little bit better with 4 versus 5.
Yeah.
4 turned it into a nothing.
Yeah.
Whereas 5, it's a ledge about like this, and 5 made it feel like instead of being a straight 90, it was like maybe rounded over
Yeah.
completely. It
Yeah,
was
but the truck
smoothest of the rest.
definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think either of those, 4 or 5, you're
Yeah.
good. If you want a little more off-road performance, then I think you'd go towards 4.
And if you want better, maybe all around, then 5.
I think if you're not running a sway bar, then maybe you do 5 or I don't know. Or maybe do 4 and valve it differently.
Yeah, or maybe it's just up to how you drive too.
Blindfolds off.
Okay.
What do you think?
Test number 5, they gotta be the Kings.
Yeah.
I think even when we were driving them, it felt like
We knew.
Kings.
Even before we knew what the other shocks are,
Yeah.
said these are the Kings.
Yeah.
And like, they're good.
Yeah,
Really good.
Really good.
Really good.
Yeah.
They're,
I would say, besides the Bilsteins, they're the best of the rest.
yeah. I think, I hate to say it, but I think they're better on road than the Bilsteins, which is not something I would.
I'd agree.
Yeah, which is like I've never experienced that before between the two brands.
Yeah, it's interesting. But
This- I can't believe the Kings had better handling than the Bilsteins.
right. Yeah.
Which is not what King is known for, you know?
Yeah. Well, they're like, they want to be the racing shock brand, right?
They're known for ride quality.
Yeah.
Bilstein is more, I feel like, is more edged towards handling.
Yeah.
But in this case, it's the opposite.
Yeah. Let's see it.
Let's see it. Boom,
Yeah.
the Kings.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we knew it.
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, these things are good, man. I'm happy with them. I will say, the rear shock already has oil on the shaft.
Just a little bit.
Already. Yeah, but it's been,
You think it's not just residue from assembly?
I think some oil's coming out.
It's hard to say. It's just this. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, so that's a little disappointing, but
Yeah.
I mean, King is the #1 brand that I personally rebuild.
Yeah, us too, but it's also the #1 brand. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and I will say, like, I don't know, they don't seem to last quite as long. I think the rebuild intervals are a little shorter on them, and I know they run a little less pressure as well. Whereas, like supposedly with the 8100s, don't quote me on this, but one of the engineers said that if there's no physical damage to them, you should be able to get 100,000 miles out of them. And they've tested them much further than that.
Yeah, I think it really depends on what kind of driving you're doing. Because 1,000 miles of road is very different from 1,000 miles of whoops.
Yep.
So.
Totally.
Yeah. But yeah, no real surprise here. Yeah, they were quite good.
Well, thanks so much for watching, guys. Man, this was an awesome test. I want to
Yeah.
thank Nick for installing all the shocks. I want to thank you guys for coming down here and doing this with me. This was super sick. If you guys like stuff like this, make sure you like and subscribe to Overland Outfitters. We're trying to do a bunch more of these tests just to make sure that we know when we're recommending something
That it's the best.
that it's the best.
Yeah. And go follow Ian on Wheel Every Weekend's YouTube and Instagram. He's got a lot of like way more in-depth stuff.
So cool. We'll catch you on the next one.